Hello everybody, it's Mr. Oithen TFB, and Rome Total War 2 was recently on Steam for half price, and a lot of people started to see my video more and asking for like tips. I couldn't really be bothered typing them out, and when I try to record this, the frame rate is fucking minging, and I don't want to play it low because it kind of just ruins the quality. So I thought I'd get my save up and just show you what happened and give you the tips. Now the game mechanics haven't changed that much, so this is still going to be a piece of cake. I don't think they've fixed the AI because it's been a long time since I played this. But I'll go into Rome and I'll. So when you start off with Rome, you're given Roma, this whole state, and the one below, and you have to fight out the Italian tribes. So blah blah blah, you fight off the Italian tribes for a piece of piss, and you stop. You take this island and you take just the full of Rome and this, and then you stop, and then you take a look at your economy, and this is once you learn this bit, it's a pattern that you do for every time you take a state. And when I mean state, instead of taking, when I mean state, I mean like when you click Italia, you've got all the towns within the state. So when you attack someone, you attack one state, and once you've got one of the towns, you go for the rest of them. And once you've captured that town, you do this pattern. For the big one, you go for sewers, because that gives you public order and that gives you growth. And then you go for your religion, and you're looking for one that, if you're running out of food, you're looking for one that just gives you public order. But if you've got enough food, you go for the one. You still go for the one. So, and then if you've got really enough food to spare, then you go for something like Colosseum. That doesn't actually take food. I forget what one takes food. That was a bad start to show you. But in these smaller towns, it really matters. So you go for port, which gives you 8 food. You go for farm, which gives you 15. These are all upgraded, mind. And then you go for your shrine, which gives you your public order. And this is where you need to balance it out. So you need to make sure you're adding them up. You're not adding too many farms, which takes away from the squalor, which adds public squalor. And you need to make sure you're not putting too many shrines in that are taking too much food out. Jupiter was one of the least, but then I looked at Neptune. Neptune's the one that doesn't take it, but adds, I think, 4 public order, which isn't really enough in some of these areas and the tribes that are not used to you. Ports. So that's basically the idea. You go into a town, and you get your farm, and then you balance it out with your shrine. And then once you have the whole state, you look at it again, and you balance out what's needed. So I've already gone over that, and hopefully you've got the idea what that is. So you're just balancing out happiness and public order. And then once you've got that idea, you do that for every place you conquer. And then we'll go into the map, and then I'll show you what I done. So Rome was taken. Italia, the state. Italia was the state. And then I moved my way down to Carthage, just capturing state by state. So I captured Magna Graecia, and then I captured this area here. And then I eventually moved my way down to Carthage and took the whole of Africa. And then I split my armies up. I sent one army west to capture these areas, and I sent my other army east to capture Libya and Egypt, pretty much. And once that was done, and at the same time I was doing this, I was doing the same pattern over again, just balancing out my happiness and my order. And at the same time as doing this, I know I just said that, I'm sorry. I am allying with I was fuck's sake, I'm sorry. I was allying with the different states, and one of the top states I would say is Greece. Their states are good for trading and wealth, and I was trying to trade with Britain, and eventually it got to the point where I was so well known and all that they were coming to me, and it's very important that you ally with Greece and these tribes up here, because eventually they will come to attack you, and so will Greece. The tribes are a bit of a bitch, because the first time I done it, I actually invaded Greece at the same time as Carthage, and all of them came to attack me for some reason, because I thought they all hated each other, but they all came. But yeah, we're back in Africa. I stop at this point between Spain, and I finally get down to Alexandria, and I just capture the whole Africa, and I stop here, and I place an army in the border, and I ally with Iraq and all that. And then this is where my invasion of Spain began. This was a bitch. This took like a full night to do, because they were just constantly coming back, and then the public order wasn't working out, because they just didn't want me. But then I eventually took Spain, and I built up my armies again, and I built my armies up in Italy, and I attacked from both sides, pushing up and then coming in. But this time my economy was just incredible. I had so much money, so much trade. It didn't really matter if I was capturing a state, but I done it state by state, because it was all about the public order, and I hated when they revolted, because that means I had to bring my army all the way back. And then I moved into Britannia, and I stopped when I got up to here, because I didn't want to attack Caledonia, because it was too sad. I didn't want to invade more people, because it's historically untrue, but I guess the whole map is historically untrue, because I've captured the whole world, the whole known world. And then I started to push through Germany, and this was so easy. This was the point where it just took 2 days to do. I got down to Greece, and I done the wrong thing. I attacked 2 states at the same time, and one of them I took Rome back, and it came up with a wee cinematic, and that was cool. But then, for some reason, along came the Rome Revolution, the Civil Wars. That's what it was. I'm sorry. And I had to bring all my armies back to take them, and I thought it was pretty cool. I smashed them, and I thought it would have been better if they were a wee bit harder and a wee bit bigger armies, because they were blue. They were blue Romans, and I really wanted to be blue, but dreams don't come true. And I eventually captured Greece, and I stopped here, and this was my border, and I stopped at Greece, and I built my armies here, and just completely stampeded all over here, because my armies were upgraded. I had a legion that had actually survived from Carthage all the way through. So these guys were elite, and we just would not give up. They were gold and everything, and that's pretty much it. As long as you remember the economic pattern of balancing out your public order and your food intake, and what they were doing while you're capturing, it's completely fine. And once you learn that, the game is easy. It's a game hack pretty much. I don't know if the game mechanics have been fixed, but that should be enough to help you out. And that's all the armies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 armies. So I may have rambled on a wee bit, but hopefully I get the point across. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. I really wanted to do a let's play in this, and the new DLC just came out, but unfortunately I can't hopefully one day, but by that time, loads of people would have put them out, and there would be no interest. I might do a SimCities Let's Play if anybody's if any of you are interested. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has helped you. As I say, I'm sorry for rambling on, and thank you very much for watching.